Yeah, Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
I'm going to call folks knuckleheads. I'm going to call them Democrats, Republicans. I'm going to refer to folks as black, white, young, and old. I do think it's some distraction and some knuckleheads who going to appeal and then vote dangerously on $47 million when it comes to crime prevention, blight, and other things. That's some knuckleheadish type communications. And it gets dangerous when you got 5 out of 9 people doing it. And so I'm going to stand by my communications. Knuckleheads. Knuckleheads.
We have the business community that are supporting Ashley Capital, that are standing with them. Quite a few of people from the business community. Not just, this vote isn't about me, this vote is totally about Flint. It's about moving Flint forward. My father worked at the Buick City site. My deceased father retired early 2000. That place been closed for decades. And it's just a black hole on the map.
Councilman Murphy and Councilwoman Lewis, y'all need to abstain from this. Councilwoman Candace, you don't have enough information on it.
I believe that if we go down that road of certain members can solicit funds to their nonprofit, to a profit that's their fiduciary, we're going down a slippery and muddy road. And I will not be a part of that. So if my colleagues do not abstain and they vote yes to approve this, I will abstain because I will not be part of that vote. However, with my support of this vote and the good that this will do to the community, if they abstain, I will vote to conscious and will not let me sleep at night knowing that I participated and approved something that is very questionable in my opinion. I'm not saying it's illegal. I'm not saying that certain people should be prosecuted or whatever else, but I believe there's an ethical duty that we have, and if this is the hill I gotta die on, this is the hill I gotta die on, because I know the wrath that'll come at me if I do vote for it or I don't vote for it. But at the end of the night, I gotta live with myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pine.
I guess I also want to address the other donation to Councilman Lewis. So in that case, she took us up on the offer very early to come and see, as we extended to everybody on council. If you want to come see our properties in the Detroit area, we'd love to have you. Come see what we build. I'm pretty sure the one maybe that Councilman Lewis saw was in Hazel Park, because that's also a brownfield redevelopment. So I wasn't there. Kevin Haig, my colleague, was there. And again, you're spending time with somebody and you chit chat about a lot of stuff. It was in October. It was at a time when the Halloween park event was being planned. He tells me about that. He says, you know, she does this really cool thing in her ward, and she's, you know, trying to, I don't know, it's like a scary Halloween park or something. And Kevin explains this to me, and I said, I wonder if she needs any help with that event. You have to keep in mind, I could give you a list of all the charities all over Detroit that we are constantly asked for help, and a lot of times we hear about stuff. We raise money from our contractors, our tenants. So we have this fund called Adopt a Family, and we raise money every year. And it gives us the ability, and most of the money we spend is sort of at Christmas and for the Christmas holiday. But throughout the year, we also can use those funds for other things. So Kevin comes to me and says, hey, they're doing this thing. It sounds like a great opportunity, because he knows I'm the one that pretty much controls this charity. So I reach out to Miss Lewis and I say, I understand you're doing this. do you need any help? Do you have all the expenses covered? And she said, well, I think it was something for security. Yeah, we have a little gap, but you have to go through the Sarvis Park, or official organization. We said, okay, well, sure, we'd be happy to help. And I really think it's important to understand that we weren't solicited. It certainly didn't go to individuals. And I really also want to point out the other things we've done in Flint. If we were trying to curry favor for votes, we would have come up here and said, aren't we good people? We gave money to the Boys and Girls Club. We gave money to crossover outreach. I never would have occurred to me to come before you and talk about that like we deserve a pat on the back for it. I would never have brought it up. So
If Miss Lewis is a sellout for $1,500 for a Halloween party, then she's not the LaDel Lewis I know. And Mr. Murphy, congratulations for advocating for your ward. You didn't know you were going to get that check. Well, you didn't get it. It was Habitat for Humanity. You didn't know you were going to get that check. Well, you didn't get it. It was Habitat for Humanity. But you are always talking about what you do and what your ward needs. I am very sorry to Ashley Capital for its slander. It happens quite a bit. On the 6 years I've been on this council, the slander is astronomical, and it's harmful to me. And it's harmful.
As I hear my colleague ask questions and try to say that I'm taking bribes, not at all. That money was donated from Ashley Capital to fulfill a benefit to this community. And that benefit that was fulfilled was it provided the second annual Halloween trail in Mac Brandon Park. When was the last time you all did programming at Mac Brandon Park? We had to turn away hundreds of people from our trail. We wanted to make sure that we were bringing things back to the north side. And Ashley Capital said that they wanted to be part of that. So guess what? I'm not going to stand in the middle of a community having a benefit. I'm not going to stand in the middle of this services.
Once again discussed donations to the 2nd and 3rd wards from Ashley Capital, the company that is redeveloping the former Buick City site.
If my colleagues do not abstain and they vote yes to approve this, I will abstain because I will not be part of that vote.
Ashley Capital donated $11,000 worth of lawnmowers to Habitat for Humanity in Councilman Quincy Murphy's ward and $1,500 to Sarvis Park in Councilwoman LaDel Lewis's ward, drawing concern from some council members.
I was honest on the Wednesday committee meeting about what happened with that situation, and I'm gonna stay honest today. And I didn't get this far as being a council and a community activist by getting this far to go and broker a backdoor deal.
Representatives from Ashley defended their donation.
I really think it's important to understand that we weren't solicited. It certainly didn't go to individuals. And I really also want to point out the other things we've done in Flint. If we were trying to curry favor for votes, we would have come up here and said, aren't we good people? We gave money to the Boys and Girls Club. We gave money to crossover outreach.
After the decision, in a vote of 6 yes, 0 no's, and 2 abstentions, the resolution to hold a public hearing on the Buick City development was sent to council.
Ever since the beginning of this meeting, from Mr. Murphy to Herkenroder to Worthing, I appeal the decision of the chair. He's not relevant. He's not germane. And I'm proving over and over. When we went over to jail to meet them registered voters, you told them, look, I was a dope dealer, now I'm a council.
And I would get offended, but there's no need to, because there's too much work to be done in this city to get mad over some rules. So please, I just encourage my colleagues, who probably is not paying attention, but that's fine too.
Point of information. That's what you be doing the same thing, talking to Attorney Kim when we trying to talk to you, correct?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. It's just like that. It's what hold up the meeting and keeps us here till 10 o'clock.
Point of order.
And so, What's your point?
As long as you pick at me, that's the instance you're referring to, correct? It go both ways,
Improper
correct?
point of order, Mr. Mays.
I'm asking, do it go both ways?
Improper point of order, Mr.
Oh, okay.
Mays.
And Miss Herkenroder, look at the tape. You're right, out of order. Miss Lewis, rule him out of order, give him his first warning. Okay, you got your first warning. They having a ball. They having a ball, 5 of them. Want me to name 6? And want me to tell you why they having a ball? Because everybody want a leadership position.
An embattled Flint City Councilman could be recalled. Language has been approved for 2 recall petitions against Eric Mays. The first is in reference to his suspension from the council on July 31st for his behavior. The second for his disorderly conduct conviction in March. Each recall petition will need a total of 776 signatures to get them on the ballot.
We might not save everybody, but when I look at people born and raised in Flint, fell on hard times, I wouldn't care if it's Catholic Charities, 10 homes where people in and out, but we need to set up a safety net, because I've been there. I'm sad in my heart thinking about it. And I told you, don't be shamed. If I was shamed and didn't talk, I'd get run over. People try to tell me how to talk, when to talk, who to talk to. I talk to people like they talk to me. You respect me, I respect you. You act a fool with me, I'm gonna act 2 fools with you. God bless us all.